This is session number 10. It's February 24th, 2026. In der alte Heim, hinteren Wäldel, steht ein Orme. Eingehäuketer Häsel, lebt a verdagete Mama, warten schittere Gräupen, ziehen sich blottige Gassen und Door. So this is a scene where Mayer is thinking he's walking in the park or in some green area and he's thinking this. And he says, in the old home, in the old country, behind the fields is a poor, broken down house and lives a worried mother. What waits there is thin, Gräupen, I imagine, is a kind of grit, like a soup of some kind, some grits. Waiting for him are some grits. And there are these stretched out, dirty or muddy, dirty streets. And here, what is here? Was wart euch im Door hinter der städtischen Gurten? And what is waiting for him here behind the city gardens? Nein, nicht trachten itzt wegen dem, nicht überführen de Freie, de Yom Tovdiker Tag mit pessimistische Stimmungen. No, he says to himself, no, don't think about this now. Don't ruin the holiday day with pessimistic mood. They, wie stehen die dosige Blumen sein, and see how beautiful these flowers are. Hat lieb Blumen. Weiß schon, was wird studieren. Botaniker. Yes, he loves flowers. And now he's decided he knows what he is going to study. This was an issue he raised earlier. He's going to study botanics. Is that how you would say it? Or botanical studies? Or botany science. Botany. He's going to study botany. Jo, wird studieren. Studieren? Mit was? He is going to study with what? Mit welchem Mittel? With what with what means? With what does he have here? Is arbeitslos. He is without work. Die Zeit geht schnell vorbei. The time is going by quickly. Wird bekommen a Stelle, anheben, arbeiten und wieder verdienen? Is he going, the time goes quickly by, is he going to get another position and begin to work again and earn something? Wird euch der neue Stelle euch haben a Sach freie Zeit zu lernen? In this new job, will he have a lot of time, free time to learn? Wird sein in Stadt? Is he even going to be located in the city? Und wie wird lernen, ob der Stelle wird sein weg von Stadt? And how is he possibly going to learn to study if the job is far away from the city? Was hat sich da also gesorgt? He says to himself, why has he so made himself so worried, gesorgt? Über ihm spreiten sich chartblaue Himmeln. Over him are floating clear, the gentle blue sky. Vogel verdoven sich in Singen. Birds are in ecstasy, singing. Blumen viel Dinker stehen und stille Pracht bei seiner Füße und and flowers full of colors stand in their quiet splendor and magnificence by his feet. And he und scheun 3 Tag, als lehnt a Buch und halt noch als beim zweiten Kapitel. And where is he? Already 3 days he's been reading a book, and he's still only in the second chapter. Hat euch die Orken von der Ofenschule vernachlässigt. And he has also the homework, the assignments from the evening school neglected. Kann sich nicht konzentrieren. He's not able to concentrate. Es fehlt ihm die in wenigste Ruhe. He is lacking inner peace. Wenn Arbeit ist auf a Stelle, verwusst etwas a Stelle. When he will work now in a position, but why a position? Verwusst nicht anfangen tun etwas für sich allein. Why not do something where he's not working for somebody else, but where he'll be working for himself? Sich allein. Zum Beispiel, for example, rausgehen mit a Kerbele Ale, mit alte Kleider, stupen a Wegele mit Grinsen, wie sein Vater hat es getun. For example, he could take I guess it's like a cart, a Kerbele, I don't know what that is exactly, a crate of eggs, or with old...
A kerbala is a korb, a basket.
Oh, a basket, a kerbala, a basket of eggs, wearing old clothes, or push a wagon with greens, like his father did. Etliche Tag hat getracht wegen dem. Several days he thought about this. Übergeworfen Pläne, and he threw over in his mind, rolled over in his mind different plans. Etliche Tag, the same thing. Is gekommen zum Ausführ, als teug nicht a filu for a za min arbeit. And he came to the conclusion that he was not suitable for such work. What then? Was kann tun? What can he do? Für welche Arbeit teug ja? What kind of work is he suited for? Und zum ersten Mal in sein Leben, and for the first time in his life, hat Meir begriffen, wie unbeholfen, wie nutzlos ist für sich und für andere. Und in wenig in ihm hat es gewähnt. And for the first time in his life, Meir comprehended how clumsy and how useless he is for himself and for others. And inside, he cried, "Was hat man mir rausgelassen in der Welt, reingeworfen in Lebensjahr, On Redensken Mitlen. What questions? Why did they send me out into the world, throw me into life's stream, sea of life, without survival means, without ways of supporting myself? Mit sein Vater hat mehr nicht geredet wegen dem. With his father, he didn't talk about this anymore. Sein Vater, Kontik, hat euch ausgemitten zu barieren dem Indien. His father apparently had also decided to avoid this topic. Od aber a woch vorn sof chodesh, remember he got money for a chodesh, ist sein Vater gekommen mit der Besora, als hat bekommen die zugesorgte Stelle. But before this month was over, his unemployment check was running out, his father came to him with the announcement, with the message that he had gotten the Gesorgete. I know it's Stelle position, but is Gesorgete the spoken about? Sorgen is
Zugesorgt.
It's actually
searched for.
The promised position.
The promised position.
Yeah, the same, just going back to korb is a basket, and I take it that kerbala is a small basket. Going back to the...
Okay, yeah, that sounds, yeah, to the eggs. To this job in a consensia. I remember that Yankov talked about this in an earlier session.
Yeah, it's a concession store at the
concession. So what was this? This was like, just to give it context, a place where there were a variety of sellers, sub-sellers. There was
no. What happened is at the mine, the miners, the owners of the mine provided for the miners, the black miners. We're not talking about the white miners. So there was a store where they could buy stuff, and depending on the honesty of the shopkeeper, they would be charged honest rates, or they'd be what we call opgenacht. They would be eaten.
Outwitted, yeah. So this was a concessia. So he was offered a job in a concession. Etliche Meilen from Johannesburg. This was several miles outside of Johannesburg. A concessia hat Moshe gesucht mit Zufriedenkeit. A concession, said the father Moshe in a satisfied way to his son, is nit kein Yatka. It's not like a butcher shop. Dorten is rein the Menschen, welche arbeiten dorten, seien euch von an anderen Min, wie die Ketzovim. This is not like a butcher shop, and it's clean, and the people who work there in that place are from another style, another class, different from the butchers. Du wirst dorten haben die Gelegenheit und die Möglichkeit zu studieren Business-Methoden. You will have there the opportunity and the ability to study business methods. Nimm sich dazu mit Cheshik. I don't know if you pronounce Cheshik that way in Yiddish. Take this with vigor. Embrace this opportunity. Leg up azeit die Gedanken wegen Studieren. put put aside the thoughts about studying. Als men konnet ahoif, darf men können gehen herunter oder herum. Um, put aside those thoughts about studying. Remember, if you can't go up, then you have to go under or around. You have to choose another path. Sei ehrlich und ordentlich. Das ist gar, was ich fordere von dir. And be earnest and willing, I guess it is. And this is what I request of you. Shall I read one more paragraph?
Yes.
Okay. Der Concessia-Shop ist gestanden beim Tor von dem compound by a gold globe, just as Moshe said. This concession shop was standing by the gate right near the compound of the gold. What do you call it? A gold mine.
Gold
Yes.
mine.
Pity that. Okay. Die Shop, Gebäude von Steiner und Ziegel, is gewähnt a größer. The shop, which was built of stone and brick, was a big one, mit a breite Veranda vorn, with a nice big veranda around it. Links von dem Gebäude haben sich gefunden a cafeteria. Cafferita, a cafferita. That was what Yankov talked about. A cafferita, una jatke for Schwarze. To the left of the building, we find a cafe. Is that a cafeteria as I think of it, like a Horn and Hardart's cafeteria, as it was?
No.
Oh, no.
It's a cafferita. It's a contraction of the words kaffer, which is a pejorative word for blacks.
Blacks.
And eating house, a native eating house, which is contracted into cafferita.
A cafferita. That's what you told us about last time. Okay. A cafferita, there was a cafferita, this kind of eating house, and a butcher for blacks. Recht, die Schlafzimmerin war die weißen Gehilfen. And on the right were the sleeping quarters of the white help. Der Balabus von der Concessia, von Mittelheuch, the owner of this Concessia, was of middle height, mit Reuterhohl, with red hair, an ausgepaschtene, rather portly type, is gewähnt a Rierewicker, a lively one, we'll say, an excitable one, a Quecksilber. I love that, a Quecksilber. Moved fast, a little fickle, a moving personality, a little like Zalman. Unpredictable. Quecksilber. In a 50er, but in his 50s. Men hat geschmust, als hat gezahlt 10,000 Pfund for the Concessia. It was rumored that he had paid 10,000 pounds for this concession. Hat gewollt herauskriegen dem Kern mitten Revach, a zoigich wie möglich. So he paid 10,000 pounds for this concession, and he wanted to receive back his investment with interest as quickly as possible. Hat gewollt abstellen die Zeit. Yeah. He wanted to stop the time. He wanted to stop the time. And this is now he's being, quote, zitiert. Die Zeit hat eingeteilt mit sein Angestellter. He the time, he said to his employees, steht nicht auf ein Ort, doesn't stand in one place. Allebei wollte man es gekonnt abstellen, hotchvar at zendlik Jahren. I wish it would be possible that you could stop the time for 10 years. Aber wie bald es das ist nicht möglich. But since this is not possible, fleckt sich witzeln, and he would, a witzel is like a joke, he would joke. I don't know if it's a witzel here. Mm-hmm. Menschen haben a teva zu werden älter. Oh, that was the joke. People, the human nature is to get older. Yes, it is. Darf man reinhappen, wie viel man kann, wie lang es ist noch dort Zeit. Since the nature of man is to get older, it's necessary to grab in as much as you can while you have the opportunity, when you have the time. Was die Angestellte sollen reinhappen, is false nicht gewesen klar. What the employees were supposed to take out of this statement, this manifesto of the Balabus, was not clear. Haben sie beschlossen, they decided, as es ist unzuhörnisch, als sie sollen probieren kriegen dem höchsten möglichen Preis für jeder Artikel, was sie wollen verkaufen. That they weren't quite sure what was being said, but this was the suggestion that they should get the highest price that was possible for everything that they sold. Now, they were actually his employees. They did not have individual concessions here. So everything was going to the Balabus anyway, but that was the suggestion. Anyway, we've met the new Balabus. So Elke, have fun.
Dazwischen die Arbeiter ist gewinn verrechnet für ein guter Balabos. Amongst the workers, he was considered a good boss. Auf seine dickliche Lippen hat ständig geruht a Schmeichel und a Kitzer Keirl hat sich geleuchtet in seine grau-blaue Augen. Mm-hmm. Okay. In his on his lips there was always a smile. What is dickliche?
Dick.
Dickish.
On his thick lips there was always a smile, and a clever light would jump around in his blue-gray eyes. Ist herumgegangen in seine Geschäften und getan sein Arbeit und Tummel und als Geschrei ruhig, methodisch. Mm-hmm. He would go about in his businesses and do his work without any disruption, I guess, or upset, and without shouting. He was peaceful and methodical. Mm-hmm. Ist gewinn stark befreundet und ausgebunden mit die Beamte, Angestellte und Arbeiter bei der Gold Group. I can't get every word, but I think it's saying that he was friendly to the people that were working, his employees and workers in the gold mine. Does anyone want to correct that?
Yeah, the Beamta are the officials. He was friendly with and connected with the officials and the employees and the workers in the gold mine.
Oh, thank you, Yaakov. Die Matonis, was hat ausgeteilt zwischen sei Christmas oder bei der Gelegenheit von einer Geburtstag, a Chassene haben gehabt a Schom in Stelle, in Stelt,
Estet.
in Stettel. So the gifts that he would give to people when it was Christmas or for birthdays, or days off, or
Weddings, chasanas.
chasana,
Yeah.
a chasana. What is asham?
A name.
Haben gehabt a shame.
So
They
he was
were
famous for
well
these
known.
gifts. Go ahead.
They were well known in the shtetl.
In the village. So he was
Following the
generous.
well-known Yiddish expression, Schmiertman Fortman.
Yeah.
Right. It works.
So a note on Tomo, for Purim and at Hasanas, you would also have tumblers, people who would shake things up and cause a little commotion in the interest of getting a little bit of excitement going.
So that's a good word for
Well, when
Tumo.
you want to have a little bit of warm up the crowd, you would have a
Yeah.
tumult walking around.
Mit seiner eigene Angestellte hat gerät nur wegen geschäftlicher Inyanim. With his own employees, he would only talk about work matters. Is that correct?
Business matters, yeah.
Wenn ist gewinn unzufrieden mit den Arbeiter, hat ihm reingerufen zu sich in office. When he was pleased with a worker, he would call him into his office.
Not pleased. Unzufrieden. Not
Unzufrieden,
Displeased.
displeased. Thank you. An abgezäumter Winkel von Shop. This was in a corner of the shop. Und ihm gesagt, was hat gehabt und gewollt sagen. And he would tell them what he had to say to them. Hat
Excuse me, could I just ask, was hat gehabt? What he had? I always think of gehabt. What? Was hat gehabt and gewollt? What he had to, I guess, what he had to and wanted to say. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a strange construction in English.
Thanks. Yeah.
It may be the past perfect.
Oh, God. Please.
Or it might not be. We're in a dar after all.
Hat bemerkt, als bei einem Angestellten ist das Hemd etwas zerrissen, vielleicht sich abstellen, ihm angucken und sagen. I'm sorry, could Yaakov or Moshe translate that one? The too many words I don't know.
Yeah.
hat bemerkt.
If he noticed, als bei einem Angestellten ist das Hemd etwas zerrissen, if he noticed that an employee was wearing a slightly torn shirt, hat sich abgestellt. He stopped him, ihm angucken und sagen, and he stopped him and he said to him,
Thank you.
Can I just ask you about the word etwas? Is it like epis? Hem epis zerrissen? I mean, where
I think
it was
etwas is a little bit, etwas, small.
small, but is it another sort of Germanic based word? I mean, a lot of Germanic, but there's so
It's
much
Dutch
in this.
marriage.
Oh, I will look it up in my German dictionary.
Okay, thank you very much, because it appears many times in the
I think
story.
there is a word etwas, E-T-W-A-S, but I need
Yeah.
a long time
Yes.
since I've done German.
It's
Okay.
Dutch marriage.
Hey, was etwas zerrissene Hemd bei dir? Why are you wearing a shabby shirt? Is das die einzige Hemd, was du vermogst? Is that the only shirt you have? Bei mir tragt man ganze und reine Hemder. Alle Tag von a ganz Jahr. In my establishment, we only wear good shirts every day of the year. Und also reden die Fletter abnehmen a Hemd von Polizei und es der langen dem Gehilf, and he would take a shirt from the shelf and he would give it to the help. Zogendik, and he would say, Miren sich arois recherenen auf jener Welt mir zeshem. I'm sorry.
Mirz Hashem.
So he would say, could somebody translate that, Miren sich?
In mir sich ausrechnen auf jener Welt, in Mirz Hashem, we will sort this out in the world to come, God willing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hat begegnet einem von seinen Arbeiter in Stadt, hat ihm genommen ergens vom Mittag und ob Theater hat gespielt.
Sorry, Theater.
Theater hat gespielt Matinee und der Arbeiter ist gewinn willig, hat gekauft a Billett für ihn. So when he would take one of his workers into town and
when you would meet one of his workers in town,
Or encounter.
and he would run into them during the day. If a theater was holding a matinee, he would buy a ticket for him. Allein is selten gegangen in a Theater. He didn't go to the theater alone, or he did.
he himself didn't go. Very seldom went to attended the theater.
So he didn't go by himself. Das Salz hat ihm verschafft a guten Nomen zwischen die Arbeiter. All of this earned him a good name amongst the workers. Und sie haben sich gerissen gehen arbeiten bei ihm, and people wanted to work for him. I think I'll pass the baton now.
This was a very good position that Moshe found for a mayor.
The mine? Next guy? Okay. Bei ihm hat man gefunden, dass das Geschäft mit a halbe Schuh früher in geschlossen mit der Schuh später. With him, he had found this business with a
He
half hour
he would
earlier.
open the shop
He would open
half
the
an
shop
hour earlier.
earlier with a half hour geschlossen and close a half hour with an hour later. Wie alle andere Geschäften. Okay, so he would open a half hour early and he would close an hour later than other businesses. Dus is voorbij niet bemerkt. Niet bemerkt. This is not bemerkt.
Didn't go unnoticed.
Didn't go unnoticed, yeah. Und euch die Schnitte haben sich ja gehabt. And if the Angestellte haben sich ja gehabt, and if the other businesses
The
didn't catch on.
employees.
So if they didn't notice, as I
If they did notice, wenn sie haben ja gehabt, when they did notice.
Here we go. As they arbeiten mit haben schon a Tag longer. That they are working, what is that, an hour and a half longer. Haben sie es geschlungen Stillerheit. They basically did it quietly. They accepted it quietly. Is doch a gute Balbus. He is a good boss. Und lieb azoi a Kleinigkeit, and except for such trivialities, small things, wie andere haben Schuh, the half hour or hour and a half, a Tug, lohnt sich nicht unzweren, a gute Stelle. So that it shouldn't bother an otherwise good position. Unzweren?
Unzuwern, to lose
Unzweren.
a good position.
Dank. Die Angestellte haben viele Moira gehabt zu beten a höheren Leut. So die Angestellte, they were the Angestellte, the established ones, or the
employees. The employees.
employees, yeah, we're afraid to ask for. See, let me find my place again. We're afraid to to ask for a higher wage. Tomer hat einer sich angestellt und ja gebeten, Häusfer,
A sofa.
a sofa. Perhaps, or if someone did once ask for a raise or an addition, hat sich getroffen mit dem Ballabus, with the boss. Brighton Schmeichel. Oh, so he was met with the boss's bright smile. Mensch einer, wenn ich gewusst, als das Geschäft der liebst sie hechen deine Scheres, wollte ich gewahrt, die sollst mir kommen beten. So, a Mensch einer, one person, when if I had known as the Geschäft zu hechen, and so he's saying, so it sounds very philosophical or economic. Can I get some help with the logic?
What is that expression? Mensch einer, like
If one
like,
man or something?
No. I don't think it means. I mean, I think it's like he's addressing this person and saying like, you person, or Mensch einer. Mensch einer, like you man, something. If I had known, yeah, you man.
Ich wollte gewusst, if I had known as das Geschäft the liebst zu hecher in deine
I can't see what.
Like good man, or
my
you
good
man.
Yeah, something like
My
that.
good man.
good man.
There
My good
it
man.
is.
There we
That's
go.
it. That's it. My good man. Mensch einer. You, my good man. Ah,
Yeah, there we
good
go.
expression to have. Mensch einer.
Yeah. Yeah. So my good man, wenn ich wollte gewusst, if I had known as das Geschäft, that this business devotes and deine, this business would depend on or would
No.
your
Der läuft. Der läuft. Der läuft. Der läuft. That's the key.
Was able to, perhaps.
Was able to. Yeah. Der läuft. It was allowed. If I had known that this business allowed the raising of your wages, der läuft, zu hechen your wages.
Yeah, der läuft.
Mm-hmm.
Wollt ich gewahrt, die sollst mir kommen beten. Would I have waited for you to come to me?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, he's saying, I would have raised your wages without your coming to me.
Mm-hmm.
So
if the business could have allowed it.
If the business was so profitable that I could have raised wages, you wouldn't have had to come to me. I would have.
Right.
I'm that kind of a guy.
Yeah.
Mensch Enu.
My
My
good
good
man.
man. Yeah,
My good
great translation. Thank you.
man. Ja, that's ja, oder bin ich den so schlechter Ballabus? Am I such a bad CEO, as chairman, boss, as men darf Cummins Sumer Baton $1? No, their leg. So what is their leg? Their leg. Am I such a bad boss as you must come begging to me of a their leg? So what is that last word?
Delayed is a very interesting word.
Yeah.
Mean you're coming to me for a supplement, but also to delay also means to lose money on a deal. But over here it means asking for a supplement.
So it
More
can mean both
gruel.
things. It can mean both losing on a deal and also a supplement.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you have to supplement, maybe you're losing on the deal. But their leg.
Yes, he's asking him for an arm and a leg. Yes, okay. So now I've lost my place. Okay.
Third line down. Shemsisknit.
It's okay. 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 Excuse me. Okay, give me a moment. Shem Shemzichnit. Don't embarrass yourself. Zog oib du bist hakenit zufrieden zum Arbeiten bei mir. Don't embarrass yourself. Say whether or not you're not happy. If you are in fact not happy working for me, wel ich dir, so I can recommendieren, so I can recommendieren erget somewhere else on on der on the schwer
Vu.
on the schwer on the
On the
schwer.
schwoo.
Yes,
On the
somewhere else.
shabu. Mm-hmm.
So he's saying, no, sounds very corporate. Yes, you're obviously not happy here. Let me write you a recommendation.
Now he's going.
Okay, over euch der Angestellte is gewähnt einer von der ältere Arbeiter, and if the employee was one of the older employees, von wem der Ballabus is gewähnt stark zufrieden, and if the employee was one of the older employees of which the Ballabus was very fond of,
Very satisfied. Zufrieden, very satisfied.
Yes, zufrieden.
Mm-hmm.
Stark zufrieden is satisfied or not satisfied?
Very satisfied. Very satisfied. Very
Yeah.
satisfied.
Yeah. I was very satisfied with Frank hier anfallen Eupheme Herste Bissel. Yeah. He would often add Herste Bissel. Here a little bit. Was hörst du gewahrt bis jetzt? Was hörst du, what do you hear gewahrt bis, what did you hear, what have you been hearing lately?
No. Why did you wait? Why did you wait until now? Why'd you wait so long?
Yeah, okay. Erste Bissel, yeah. Oh, so listen a bit. Was hast du gewahrt bis jetzt? Yeah. So why did you wait so long? Why did you wait until now? Bis jetzt. wie bist du gewesen mit der Chodesh? Where have you been for a month? You know, mit zwei Chodeshim früher, with 2 months ago. Die weiß doch, als bei mir ist der Kopf, you know that is bei mir der Kopf, the dry. You know that my head is I'm always busy. Der Mann mich weiter Sof Chodesh. Remind me at the end of the month. Ich bin fertig. Weiter mit den anderen.
Sorry, who's next?
Yeah, you.
Okay. En Meyer hat sich gemolden zu der Arbeit when Meyer presented himself at work. Hat Balabos immer reingenommen in sein Kantor. The boss took him into the office, hat ihm der Langtischstuhl, gave him a chair, und hat sich allein euch gesetzt and also sat down. Hat Meyer reingeschmeichelt and upon him he smiled into his face. Ich will glauben, I want to believe, hat gesagt, he said, als du hast dich eingegeben in dein Taten, that you have relented to your father.
I think taken after your father.
Mhm.
Eingegeben.
Eingegeben.
Eingegeben. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure about that. Okay, eingeben is to succeed. Etwas geht sich ein, something succeeds. Anyway, you have.
Maybe you're lucky to have had such a father.
No, perhaps I think it was right.
I think
you've taken after your father.
To your father. Eingegeben in dein Taten. Yeah.
Mir wundert, I wonder, als es hat sich nicht gewendet zu mir früher wegen einer Stelle vor dir. I wondered why he didn't turn to me earlier on for a job for you. Ich hoffe, als du wirst sein, also ehrlich und getreu zu der Arbeit und zum Geschäft. I hope that you will be as honest and as faithful to the work and to the business, wie das Wort gewähnt dein Tate, as if you were working for your father, über Wort gearbeitet bei mir. Wie das Wort gewähnt dein Tate, as if it was your father and he was working for me. Ich konnte dein Taten schon etliche Jahre, I know him a few years, a frummer, religious, an ehrlicher Ried, an honest Jew. Allebei wollte ich gekonnt ophitten Jiddischkeit, wie tut es. Would that I could perform or
Observe.
Sorry, hidden is
Observe.
to observe. Thank you. Observe Jewishness as he does it. Aber du verstehst doch, you understand business. Die alle, welche arbeiten nun, haben gearbeitet bei mir, like all those who work and have worked for me, wirst du euch herausfinden, you also find out, als ich bin ein guter, that I am good, oder verkehrt gerät, or looking at the other way around, nicht kein schlechter Ballerboss, not a bad boss. Ich schreie nicht auf meine Arbeiter, I don't shout at my workers, ich schilze nicht, I don't curse them, wie das tun andere Balabatim, as other bosses do. Es ist nicht nötig und nicht angenehm. It's not necessary and it's not pleasant. Ich sage es dir und jeden einem, was kommt, arbeiten bei mir. I tell it to you and to everyone who comes to work for me. Alles, was ich fordere von meinen Menschen, ist das. The only thing that I require from the people who work for me is this, sich nicht foilen, don't be lazy, nicht zählen die Schuhe auf dem Zeiger, don't count the time on your watch, tun was man heißt, do what you're told to do, nicht fragen kein Kasches, don't ask questions und nicht wollen reindingen zu tief in die Methoden von Geschäftsführers and not to look too deeply into the methods of how we run the business. Ooit du wirst ophieten die Dosika geboten, if you will fit in with if you will observe these requirements, wie dein Tata hit op alle dinim, the same as your dad observes all the religious laws, was to sich Eltern bei mir. You'll grow old in my employ. Score, that's all. Hat geöffnet die Tür und zugewunken einem von die Shoparbeiter. He opened the door and nodded, winked at one of the shop workers. Der Angestellte ist zugekommen. The shop assistant came. Kritchinger, heute Balabos gesagt, Kritchinger, the boss said, das ist Mayor, and I recruit. This is Mayor and you recruit. Give him Arbeit, give him work, noch Arbeit. Or I think that's it's not a raise, noch Arbeit, more work.
Nor Arbeit.
More work.
It's a race.
You think it's, nor Arbeit, okay, you think it's a raise. Only work. Staying lady.
In other words, he's saying, give him work, only work. I don't understand what that means. Only give him work. What else could he give him?
If that is a half or a raise, but because they do the raises differently. Anyway, whatever. Either it's more work or only work. Staying ledig is nicht gesund für keinem. Being idle is not healthy for anyone. For a young Menschen gewiss nicht. Definitely not for an old guy. Definitely not for a young person. Kann auch nicht kein einer von die Kaffersprachen. He doesn't know any of the native dialects, languages. Aber wird sich was lernen, but he'll learn them. Sein Vater, wenn man nicht kennt gut, his father, whom I know quite well, tells me, as trockt a guten Kopf auf die places, that he carries a good head on his shoulders. Hat sich aufgehoben. He got up, schon stehendig mit der Fuß auf jener Seite hier, hat sich ausgedreht und übergechassert. Nor Arbeit ledig stehen is nicht gesund. And already standing with one foot on the other side of the door, he turned around and repeated, more work, only work. Being idle is not healthy. How is the time going for you? I'll do this paragraph and then Kritchinger, an iedere fetter Bocher mit a zerpockten Ponem und Gellerzähner und Finger. Kritchinger, a short, fat guy, fellow with a poxed face, and yellow teeth and fingers von zu viel Räuchern from smoking too much, mit a hübschen Licht auf sein flachen Kopf, with a large bald patch on his flat head, hat reingeführt Meir in a sklad, took Meir into a storeroom, was his gewinn full mit Säckmehl, that was full of sacks of meal, Zucker, sugar, rice, kastens mit syrup, boxes of syrup, sardines, no need to translate, Licht, candles, Schicht, shoes, Hosen, trousers, Reckler, jackets, Westen, vests. I'm not sure what that is, Kardunzes. Uh, matchkas. I take it matchkas are matches, but I'm not sure what Kardunzes is. Yeah, I could feel that.
My checkers are caps.
Oh, thank you. And
Mashekes.
what are Kardunzes?
I couldn't find that
Ah,
So Machetkas,
cadunces.
Machetkas are caps, okay. Das hat mich schmeckt, Tuchlet was stuffy, mit Kätzchen mixed with cat's dung. Non bei Dach, beim Dach ist gesessen a klein Fenster. Near to the roof was a small window, welke man had niet gekund öffnen, which you couldn't open, and is gewesen verbarricadiert mit eiserne stabbers, and that was barricaded with iron rods. Es ist gewesen dunkel, it was dark. Kritchinger had mehr hinzugefügt zu haar Gewicht. Kritchinger took mehr to a scale. Had geteilt auf die Säckmel, getiteld auf a Säckmel, auf die Säckmel. He pointed at the sacks of meal of flour. Jeder Säckmel, every sack of flour, what gesagt, he said, that 100 Pfund, weighs 100 pounds. Konst aufheben a Säckel, can you lift the bag? Meir hat probiert heben. Meir tried to lift the bag. Es ist gewinn schwer, it was heavy. Das Blut hat ihm a Spar getan upon him, and the blood raced into his face. Stell es a roof auf dem Gewicht, put it on the scale, what Kritchinger befehlen, Kritchinger commanded. Meir what has he getan, that's what Meir did. It's now what Kritchinger him Kritchinger instructed him, öffnen dem Säckel, open the bag, nicht in ganzen, nor auf a so viel, not altogether, just a little bit, as what der Schuffel soll können rein getan werden in a wenig, so that the scoop can be put into the bag. Schep a Ropfen jeden Säckel mel 10 Pfund. Scoop up 10 pounds of meal from each bag. Niet meer und niet weniger, not more and not less. Vernij dem Säckel mit demselben Strickel, and then sew up the bag with the same string in dieselbe Lechlach, in the same holes, überlosen dich die Euren wie früher, leaving over I take it those are the ears of the bags like before.
The stitches, I think.
Oh,
The stitches.
I'm not sure about. Did you look that up? Because these bags had ears that you picked them up by. So if you say
there are, it's in Gänsefüßler. It's in quotations marks.
yeah,
So it doesn't mean, it means something a little different. And I think it's a stitch.
okay, the stitches as before. Das herausgeschäbte Mehl schickt rein in a ledig Säckel, and then pour the flour that you have scooped up into an empty bag. Då hast du einige ledige Säckler neben dir. Here you have a few empty bags next to you. And der ungeschottener Säckel wird schon 10,90, nicht 100 Pfund. And when this bag into which you are pouring the flour will reach 90 pounds, not 100. Gedenk, remember, 90, nicht 100 Pfund, not 100. Stell es weg zwischen die übrige und dem nebeneinander Säckel, put it away with the others and take another sack. Wenn solche Seder, bis man wird dir geben einander Arbeit, and continue doing this until we will give you a different kind of work. And this is what I was saying, the cheating that went on in these concession stores.
Well, I don't understand the cheating. Explain it to somebody. Explain it to me.
No,
As
no,
I understood it, he's taking the 100-pound bag. He's
yeah,
taking 10 pounds and putting it in another bag.
no,
Oh, and then the 100 pounds is no longer 100 pounds. It's
exactly.
90.
They are
I see.
cheating. And
They are.
unfortunately, I actually knew someone who ran that, and that was Jewish. They ran their business on these lines. It was very ugly. It was very
The
ugly.
concessia. They ran the concessia. Mm-hmm. So in other words, the 100-pound, what was marked 100 pounds, which was actually now 90 pounds, was sold as though it was a 100-pound bag.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Ich verstehe jetzt. Schönen Dank. I didn't understand the system. Okay.
Okay, Jakob, all yours.
Okay. Is Meyer gestanden a 3-4 Tag in einem verstickten Sklad. So Meyer stood for 3 or 4 days in this stifling warehouse, geatmet dem Reich von ketzischen Mist und Tuchle, and he breathed in the smell of the cat dung and the mustiness. Und von 9 säcklich Mehl gemacht 10. And he made from 9 bags of flour, he made 10. Had niet gewusst zu lieb was die dosige Arbeit werd getan. He didn't know for what reason this work was being done. Had gedenkt, als die 90-funtige säcklich Mehl verkauft men mistoma billiger. He thought that perhaps these 90-pound bags were of flour were perhaps being sold for at a cheaper price. But that's not really what was happening. They were selling the 90-pound bags as 100-pound bags. Dennoch hat men ihm reingenommen in ein wenig. And thereafter, they took him in ein wenig in shop. They took him into the shop. Dorten hat geholfen auspacken Scheure. And there he helped to pack out goods, the merchandise. Geöffnet und zurückvermacht Kastens. He opened and resealed boxes. Gekrochen auf Leiters. He climbed up ladders. Herumgewischt dem Stäub von blechlich Fleisch. And he wiped dust from the tins of the cans of meat. Und sardines. Ungefüllt Fläscher mit paraffin. And he filled bottles with paraffin. Eingewiegen in papiersäcklich Mehl, Zucker, rice. And he wrapped in paper bags flour, sugar, and rice. Greater päcklich for 6 pennies. Bags that were ready to be sold for 6 pence. 1 und 2 shilling und mehr. So for bags that could be sold for 6 pence, 1 shilling, 2 shillings and more. Gelegt nasse Säck auf Blätter Tabak. and he placed wet sacks on leaves of tobacco. Es soll nicht zertrickend werden, that these leaves of tobacco shouldn't dry out. Dem ersten Chodesh ist der Konzessia in der Konzessia is mehr herumgegangen als Tumulte. For the first month, working in the concession, Meir went around in confusion. Do in der Konzessia is in ganzen anders wie in der Yatka. Here in this concession store, it was completely different to what had gone on in the butchery. Menschen haben geredet, gelacht, geschrien, sich gebeißert, aber für ihn ist es geblieben unverständlich. People spoke, they laughed, they shouted, they scolded, but for him, it incomprehensible. Hat ein Angestellter ihm gebeten, der langen etwas hat es getan. When an employee asked him to get something, he did it. Weiter ist Tag gestanden und geguckt. Gewahrt, man soll ihm schicken ergens. And later, he stood for days and he watched and he waited for them to send him somewhere. Man soll ihm befehlen, etwas zu tun, that they should ask him to do something. Hat sich gefühlt klein, nichtig und übrig. He felt himself small, worthless, and spare. Auf was nutzen ihm da seine Ideas, die Bücher, was hat gelernt? How did his knowledge serve him here? The books that he had read. Die Blätter Gemorra, was hat gedenkt, their Inhalt, and the pages of the Gemorra, of which he remembered their contents. Of what help was it to him? Da fordern sich andere Ideas. Here, other knowledge was required. Ein anderer Sprach und andere Begriffen. Another language and other concepts. Da kann man nicht trachten abstract. Here, one couldn't think in an abstract way. Da muss man sein und tun etwas Mammischtiges. Here, one had to be here and one had to do something tangible. Hat gegeben sein Wort dem Vater und wird es halten. He had promised his father and he would keep his word. Hat ihm versprochen, als wird sich verinteressieren in der Arbeit. He had promised him that he would interest himself in the work. Als wird probieren, sich herausschlagen von Kopf das Studieren. That he promised that he would try and eliminate from his mind the idea of studying. Sei wie hat jetzt nicht mehr die Gelegenheit und nicht die Bequemlichkeit zu lernen. In any case, he didn't have the opportunity or the convenience now to study. Seine freie Zeit wird ausfüllen mit Lernen. He would fill his free time with reading. Man kann eine Sache lernen und der Griechen bloß durch ein Lernen. One could learn a lot and achieve much simply by reading. Hat gearbeitet mit Geschick und Interesse. So he worked eagerly and with interest. Hat ausgefolgt alle Instructies. He followed all the instructions welche man hat ihm gegeben und wer es hat ihm das gegeben. He followed all the instructions which were given to him and whoever gave them to him. Is freiwillig geworden der Schickingel für allemen und der Instrument, mit welchen die Angestellten haben genutzt, sich zu befreien von gewisser Arbeiten. So he voluntarily became the errand boy for all and the instrument with which the employees exploited him to free themselves from certain work. Hat sich zugehört zu die Klangen von die Dialekten von die Schwarze. So he listened to the sounds of the dialects spoken by the blacks. Und hat sich ausgefunden, als gabt auf, sprach viel gicher und geringer, wie hat sich ausgemalt. And he discovered that he grasped a language much quicker and much more easily than he had imagined that he would. Hat sich zugeguckt zu die Methoden von Käufen und Verkäufen und hat langsam progressiert. He watched the methods of buying and selling, and slowly he progressed.